Come on, dummy. Yes. Why is my camera not up? There I am. Oh my gosh. Okay, it says one person is here. Who's here? Hi out there. Okay, I got my phone over here so I can see my chat. Oh, Lord, as I drop it. That's nice. Oh. Hi. Oh my God, there's just me and you. That's it. How are you doing tonight? I remembered my water. I can't believe I am... Can you hear me okay, by the way? I'm not using my microphone. I'm just at my dining room table, and I just have the... Oh, good. You can hear me because I said, are you okay? I'm very excited. I had to jump on here live because, oh my God, it's just crazy. I was going to just wait and record a video tomorrow, but I would rather do this live and kind of talk to some people and see if anybody shows up. Look at my crazy hair. It's getting so long. I got my Petty hat from Swoop, Petty University graduate. Okay, let's all hydrate because we have a lot to talk about. Hey! I'm kind of hoping a couple more people jump in. This was completely out of the blue. I literally threw this live and this chat together in like 8 minutes. Whoo! Oh my God. So I have like huge news. And before I go into it, I will show you a picture on my phone. And it'll kind of like, and yes, this is me. Oh, wait. There I am. So there I am. I'm in Central Park. Note the shirt and the bib. And the fact that I'm freezing to death. Oh, your hands are hurting. Don't worry about typing a lot. Oh, the giveaways. Yeah. You know what? Let's start with talking about the giveaways first. Thank you. Thank you for bringing up the giveaways. So, the Glamlight Cake Palette giveaway, I'm going to draw the name. I'm going to close it at like 3 o'clock. I'm giving everybody until 3 o'clock on this Friday, which will be today's 8th, 9th, the 10th. So this Friday the 10th, I will draw the name for the Glamlight Cake Palette. And I will do the collab giveaway drawing on Saturday the 11th. And then I'm trying to figure out, I don't want it to be too confusing, I'm doing like 2 more giveaways. So I might do those... I might do one on Monday next week, and then there's going to be a giveaway on my Instagram because I have 1,300 subs. I passed 1,300 followers on Instagram. So I'm going to do an Instagram only giveaway as well, but I will talk about it here and I'll link it. But yeah, as long as you our, comment by this Friday for the Glamlight palette giveaway thingy. And I'm going to put some other stuff in there. It's not just going to be the palette. There's going to probably be, well, the red velvet lip color, which I love. I already have one, so I don't need to. And I think I might already have the coconut gloss, so I might put that in there as well. Hopefully whoever wins will like coconut. The giveaway, the holiday collab giveaway, is going to be it's going to be some indie makeup. It's going to be probably a candle, because I have lots of really cool holiday candles that I love. I have kind of a collection, and I like to take them out of there and give them away. And I have a lot of skincare. So, and I'll probably throw some other goodies in there, some holiday type stuff. So, who all wants to know why I decided to do this live? It's really weird. It's not really weird, but oh good. Now you're really excited. Candles and makeup. Well, you're in the right place, because that's me, candles and makeup all the way. I just started getting out my Sue. Hi Sue. I just started getting out all my holiday candles, and luckily I have a bunch of them from last year. So I did buy no, more than 4. I bought 4 holiday candles from Goose Creek, and I have another box of them. I think another 4 coming soon. So I'll probably do a holiday candle review. But I bought a lot of them last year because I was worried that they might not bring them back this year. And guess what? They brought them back this year. But that's okay. I love the Marshmallow Snowman, and I love, there's one called Winter Walk that I have out right now that's I don't know, it's like walking out in the snow. Oh, yeah, I have the Trick or Treat candle. I do actually have that one. I also have this purple one called Strange Creatures, and I also have Ghost Story. Those are a couple of my other favorites. I think my absolute favorite is Guilty Pumpkin. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, I like Guilty Pumpkin a lot, but yes, I do have. I swear I have oh yeah, Beautiful Creatures is so good. I can't even. There's 2 of them, well, 3 of them that I haven't put away. Beautiful Creatures, Ghost Story, and Guilty Pumpkin, because they smell so good. But now I started smelling my holiday candles. I got ribbon candy. The Goose Creek ribbon candy one is so good. Oh, and I do have here, I'm gonna look what's on my table, because yes, I'm gonna be making this candle probably tomorrow. So oh my God, Kathy, have you seen my Candle Addicts Unite playlist? Because I have a lot on there. Witch's Brew, you know what? You're right. I have Witch's Brew. It's not as strong. I noticed that too. There's another one that wasn't as strong that I was like, meh. The other one is, oh yes, I'm going to film this. I'm totally filming this. Absolutely, I'm going to film it. It should be pretty easy. I'll show you what's in here. There's the little stickers. You put these on the bottom to hold the wick in place. Here's the wax. There's 2 bags. What's really cool is there is actually enough for 2 candles in here. Here are the wicks. And, whoops. Oh, there's the other stuff. Okay, I knew I had things missing, all of this. And here are the candles. Aren't these cute? These are really cute, these little tins. But Trick or Treat was the best. Yeah, the poison cupcake's so good. Oh my God. So here are, should I put my ring light on? Can everybody see me okay? Because I can put my ring light on if you want more light. Let me know, because I have my ring light right over here, so I can throw it on if you want it to be brighter. I just have kind of a mood lighting thing going on right now. But these are the 2 little tins. They're actually tins. They have really cute patterns on them. I like them a lot. I'm thinking I might make these and put them in a giveaway. Handmade by me. If I'm ever really famous, you can say, oh, NiteMare Bliss made those candles. I don't know. I do want to start making candles again. I used to make them a long time ago. So this is the other stuff that came with it. I have a little spoon that is to stir the wax. And they give you a lot of stuff. There's 3 of these. These hold the wick in place. And these are the other wick holders. These are the metal ones that you put Oh, I like that they're big too. So, but these go, oops, like this. So those will hold the wicks, and little stickers go on the bottom. You put the wick through, then you basically just melt the wax, and you have to do, I think it said, what degrees? 70 Celsius. They have it in Celsius. And I got my candy thermometer out because I'm going to need this. So I have this too. So I have everything together. It's all out on my table. I am planning on recording this tomorrow, and it should be up on Friday or Saturday. So your other favorite, Carnival Vibes. I have never heard of that one. I think when I first saw Goose Creek, I saw that one and I didn't get it. Let me just set my candles over here. That sounds really good though. Any of their things that are cotton candy are ridiculously good. I buy every, candles out of the way. I buy every cotton candy one. Are you going to, it doesn't say about mixing a scent in there, but I think I might do jasmine because I mentioned that jasmine's like my favorite. So I might do one in jasmine, and I have a zillion oils for candles. So I might do one in jasmine and maybe one in something, I don't know. I have so many, I'll have to look. But yeah, I think I have to do a scent. It was really good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cotton candy's great. And yeah, they're so good at those like food candles, Goose Creek. Okay, we're getting off on a mega candle tangent, aren't we? But yeah, this is one of the best things anyone has ever got me. Why has none of my friends or family ever bought me this? I mean, I'm so easy to buy for. Just buy me a bunch of wax and candle kits and I'm happy. Pretty simple. So, oh, look, I have my cup. Oh, ta-da. Ta-da. Got my cup. There's no coffee in it, though. I like that. See, this comes out, so I can wash this. And she put this in here, so you can wash it without ruining this, which is pretty cool. Ooh. Okay, I want to make sure it snaps back together. Okay, yep. And it's got like the little slidey lid. So I just love this. I think that this was like so thoughtful. Cat rocks. Okay, so who wants to know what this lottery thing is about? Is anybody like curious about my thumbnail? Did you see the thumbnail? Like, and anybody have any guesses? Oh no, cola products. Let me know if you, I'm going to wait a second. Let me know if you have a guess what my lottery thing is about and look at the picture and see if you have an idea. I'm going to grab my ring light. Put your guesses below if you can guess what the lottery is that I won. I didn't win. A lot of people won. La la la. Okay. There, I have a ring light on. I don't look quite so scary. Yes, what did I win? Oh, and you typed, so I definitely have to tell you now. Sorry, my face is right in the camera. I'm grabbing a couple other things because I just have something sitting here that I was going to film, but I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. Oh, it's behind my laptop. Look, I got my Baby Bat Beauty palette. I got a few eyeshadows. Don't ask. We'll talk about that afterwards. Okay, so it's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a trip for sure. But I didn't win the trip. I don't think anyone knows really here because I haven't really talked about it unless you have gone spying on my Instagram and really scrolled back to like maybe 2017 to 2019. If you scroll back on my Instagram, all you will see is me at races and running and doing a bunch of marathons, like ultra marathons and half marathons and 5Ks and 10Ks. So long story short, in 2016, I was really heavy, like really out of shape, really heavy, really unhealthy. I got on the treadmill in August of 2016 and I did a mile, and it took me forever. And I took a picture of myself because I didn't ever want to forget it. And I took a picture of myself and I was red and covered in sweat, dripping wet. I could barely breathe, but I did a mile. And the thing is, you start with a mile. You know, you don't, or even a half a mile. You don't even have, God, what is my hair doing? You don't even have to start with a mile. But I started walking, and then I started walking faster, and then I started jogging, then I started running. And I've never been a fast runner. I mean, well, I was a fast runner when I was in track, when I was a kid, but I've always loved exercise and running. I've always been really physical. So when I got really heavy and out of shape, it really brought my mental health down and everything. So I started doing races, and in 2019, I ran the New York City Half Marathon. And it was really cool. That was the picture I showed. For anybody who's just jumping in, this is me at the 2019 New York City Half Marathon. This was when I was in Central Park. So I was almost at the end of it. And look, I'm smiling. But I put a thought balloon over my head that says WTF, which is kind of funny. It's one of my favorite pictures I did of myself from this race. It's hard to see because it's my camera, but it says WTF over my thought balloon I put on. Because running through Central Park was like really hard. It is very hilly. You think that Central Park's flat? No, it's not. Central Park is freaking hills everywhere. Anyway, so I ran the 2019 New York City Half Marathon. And in 2020, I was supposed to run it again. I got in the lottery. To get in the, I don't know how many people know this, to get in like the Boston Marathon, the New York Marathon, those are the full 26.2, the biggies. You have to time qualify, or you have to win a lottery, or you have to raise money to get in them. The New York City Half Marathon, you can actually enter a lottery on the NYRR, New York Roadrunners website. And you can enter your name in, and you can say, put my name in. And then if you get chosen in the lottery, you know, because you get charged $130. Yes, that's how much it costs to run the half marathon, which is 13.1 miles. And I just found out at about 8 o'clock tonight that I got selected for the lottery, and I will be running in the 2022 New York City Half Marathon, which is March 22nd of next year. And I live streamed it when I did it in 2019. I live streamed a lot of it on Facebook and on Instagram, and I will probably live stream it on Instagram again. Unless I hit 1,000 subs, I can't live stream it with my phone on YouTube, which kind of sucks. But hold on, I'm trying to find my pictures. Oh my God, my dog is snoring. I don't know if you can hear it. He's snoring. I'm trying to find it. Where did it go? Screenshots? I lost the picture. Oh my God. This is so stupid. I'm like totally lost on this. Well, anyway, it's somewhere. Oh. There it is. Okay, so there it is. March 20th, 2022. Accepted. So accepted means that I got chosen to run it. And I was really bummed that I couldn't do it in 2020, because in 2020 thanks Kathy, thanks Celestial Rose. Yeah, I have the two cresteds are right on the couch over here, and they're like they're so cute. I don't know if I can turn my camera. Wait. They're right there. Right. There's Dude, and the bun is right behind him. So that's them on the couch sleeping right there. Sorry, my ring light's like causing a glare. Anyway, I'm distracted by cute snoring dogs. I'm easily distracted. So Yeah, so I just wanted to share this little story on this live, and then that's going to probably be it for the night. But I want to share this story because I've never really talked about it. But one of the reasons I started running was after I lost my brother to cancer. I was just really, I was running basically for my own mental health, and I was really depressed after we lost him, and I just had to find something to do, so I started running. And every time I would run, I would find a feather, and I would talk to my brother to keep me going because I really struggled running. I was like new, and I started running in my late 40s, so I was like so out of shape, and it was so hard. And some people make it look so easy, and I was like dying. And I was like, God, I wish I was one of those people who could make it look so effortless and like I love it. And trust me, when I run, it's like I'm usually like, I hate this. Why am I doing this? But then when I'm done, I'm like so proud of myself. But I just, I had to start running because I had to do something because all I was doing was laying around being depressed. So I started talking to my brother on my runs, and I would find feathers right in my path, like on a trail, on a road, and I would pick them up. And every time I found a feather, I knew it was my brother saying, keep going. I'm there with you. I'm watching you, whatever. I'm with you. So I always said, I have my brother Angel like flying over my shoulder while I'm running. And I started doing it because I wanted to do all the things that he didn't get to finish doing in his life. He was supposed to go to Crater Lake with a group of friends and bicycle around all of Crater Lake. He had a sailboat. He would sail all the time. He had all these plans to do all these things in his retirement, and he didn't get to do them. So someday I do want to take my bike and go to Crater Lake and go all the way around it for him in memory of him. So that would be kind of cool. But so yeah, I started running, and to quote Forrest Gump, I just ran. I just ran. And so I just kept running. Loved it. Just really got into it. I did some ultra marathons, which are long. The longest one I did was 64 miles, 64.2 miles, something like that. Yeah. And well, the thing was, I was like so depressed. I knew he would be mad at me for not living my life because I was sad because his was over, if that makes sense. I'm like, man, if he could come back and yell at me and slap me upside the head and say, what the hell's wrong with you? He would, He'd be like, what are you doing? You're too young to be laying in bed and like giving up on everything. So I started kind of running for all the people that I knew who I lost and who couldn't run. I have a lot of friends who have really, I don't know why or how, I seem to attract a lot of friends who have really severe health challenges and issues and chronic health problems. And even my niece does, and a lot of my best friends. So yeah, other live stream. So, I kind of like to run because I feel like, what am I doing? The thing is, you can start with like joking about running, and then you can just do it. So here's the thing, guys. In 2020, when the New York City half got canceled, I spiraled into a really horrible, crippling depression. And I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. It wasn't until November of 2020 that I went to my doctor, finally, mostly because I couldn't get in to see her because, pandemic. Nobody could get in to see a doctor anywhere. Like, it was so limited. And they were like, well, either be dying to come see us or have a really good reason. So it was finally like November of 2020, I went to see a doctor, and she was great because I just fought like being so depressed all year. And I had a big talk with her, and I said, I was a yoga teacher. I was working like crazy teaching yoga, and I loved it. I was running races. I was doing all this stuff in 2019. It was the most active year. 2017, 18, and 19. I was so active and teaching yoga classes and running races and trying to figure out how to run races and teach yoga on the same weekends. I'm like, oh, I can't teach that Saturday because I have a race. I can't teach that Sunday. I have a race. It was really tricky trying to juggle everything. So, but it was good. I was like good busy. I was healthy busy. I was like at the best health of my life. I was at like the lowest weight I had been since I met my husband 2 decades ago. I felt great. I was sleeping great. Everything was wonderful. 2020 hit and I spiraled down so bad. When the New York City half got canceled, it was like dominoes. All my races for the year were planned out and it was like boom, 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 boom. They all got canceled. And I just got super depressed because I was supposed to try to run my first 100-mile race. Yes, a 100-mile race. I was supposed to do it in 2020. And I had been training for like 4 years to do a 100-mile race. I wanted to do it in 2020. And obviously it didn't happen. And I knew it wasn't going to happen. I got really depressed and I said, screw it. Why am I even trying to be in shape? And I started eating everything. And I went off the rails. I was just junk food all the time. And we were locked in the house. There was nothing to do. All the gyms were closed. I was so sad. I couldn't teach yoga. I couldn't go to races. And I just kind of gave up on everything. It was like crippling for me, like mentally, because a lot of the reason I started running was for my mental health. So as my doctor said in November, she said, you had all of your coping mechanisms for your mental health taken away in 2020. You lost your yoga teacher training, you lost your races, you lost going to the gym, all the things that were keeping me balanced mental health wise and keeping kind of like my depression and grief and all that at bay and whatever, and my coping things to deal with all of it. And my mom, we lost my mom in February, but back in 2020 or 2019, late 2019, we thought we were going to lose her. She went into hospice and then she came out of hospice. So she got better, but I went through like the beginning of 2020. It was like waiting for my mom to go because she was just, she was in hospice. Then they took her out of it, which was good. But still, that was a whole, I don't know, up and down roller coaster of emotions with that, like not knowing when my mom was going to go. And to get put in hospice and deal with like, okay, we're going to lose her. Then she came out of it. Then I'm like, maybe not. And then she went in it again in late 2020. And it's like, oh my God, what is going on? So my, mentally just that's losing to, immediate family members is sucky, to say the least. And for anybody who's lost them, you know what I'm talking about. Losing one is bad, losing a brother and a mom. And I know there's people out there who have, it sucks really bad. But so I was so guilty. Like when I went to my doctor, I said, and this is really important, so everybody listen really closely to this. And it was like, it was one of the turning points of my life, I would say. Because I had come back from really serious depression after losing my brother and a bunch of my dogs and everything, and I ran all these races and I accomplished so much. Then I became a yoga teacher and I was teaching yoga and meditation, and I was in such a good place. When I got really depressed in 2020, in March of 2020, I kept thinking, okay, I can fix this. I can fix my depression. I can fix it. I meditate, I breathe, I do yoga. I know how to fix this. Well, basically all I did was eat, and the sugar in my system and all the bad food didn't help me. That actually made me feel worse. And if you don't think sugar can make you feel more depressed, do some reading and research, because it definitely can. It contributes to it. And it just became this, I've always had problems with my weight. I've always had like body dysmorphia. I think I look huge, and I know I don't, but oh wow, you quit smoking. Congratulations. That's awesome. Luckily I was never a smoker, but I've always had my challenges with eating and food. I've always had like a very contentious relationship with food. I've always like seen food as the enemy. I know that's stupid, but it's not stupid. It's a thing a lot of people have. But I've had body dysmorphia issues since I was like a teenager. So I had dealt with so much. And then 2020, I was like, screw it. I don't care. And I am just going to eat and whatever, because I can't run. I can't do races. The world was shut down. Everybody went through something. I'm not saying anything about what I went through. People went through way worse stuff than me. But I fell into this woe is me thing, and I was so mad at myself. And I'm an emotional eater. When I lost all my races, I just said, bring on the cakes, bring on the cupcakes, I would go to Wawa and just get junk food, chocolate, candy, ice cream, whatever, didn't care, just whatever I felt like eating. I'm like, why do I care? I can't run any races, I can't go anywhere. Who cares? I'm just going to eat. And the thing was, my friends and my husband saw me kind of getting worse and worse through 2020. And I remember I went to the doctor and I sat there and I looked at her and I said, I should be able to fix this. And she said, what do you mean? I said, look, I teach meditation. I'm a yoga teacher. I brought myself back out of severe depression by running and doing all this. Why? I've been fighting all year to fix my depression and I can't fix it and it makes me crazy. And she said, your first problem is thinking you can fix this by yourself. And that was a huge, and she said she wanted me to, she wanted me to go on antidepressants. And I said, I don't like taking anything. I'm one of those, I don't want to take anything. I don't even like taking pain meds if I don't have to. I don't like to take anything. And she actually convinced me to go on antidepressants because she said, look, she said, you can't feel like going on them makes you any less of a person or makes you weak. And because I was like, oh, if I go on antidepressants, it's like conceding defeat. Like, I can't fix it myself. And she's like, she said, this 2020 just crushed people's souls. It crushed people's lives. And oh my God, inflammation. My inflammation thing is dairy. That's why I don't have any dairy ever. Dairy gives me a lot of inflammation. That's why, in case you're wondering, and I can't process it, I can't digest it well, the lactose thing. But my biggest thing is sugar and inflammation, sugar and dairy. I get horrible inflammation. So that was another thing. I was just having a lot of sugar, and it just made me feel like blah and bloated and tired. And sugar gives you that sugar high. You're like, woo, and then you go, and then you crash and you're kind of depressed. And then you eat more sugar again because you want to feel better again, and then you crash and you feel depressed. So that was basically my cycle through 2020, and it was horrible. And I actually told my doctor, I said, look, I'm really weird about going on antidepressants, and there's so much stigma around it. And I was like, oh. And mostly it was me. I didn't want to feel like I couldn't fix my depression by myself. But she said something really important to me. She said, your running and your yoga and your teaching and everything that you got taken away. She said, everything you love got taken away. Every coping mechanism you had got taken away. It's okay to admit that you need help and that you're depressed. It's okay. And she said, I've seen more people. She said, the more people this year that I've seen have been to go on antidepressants and need some kind of help and therapy and all kinds of things. She said, people you would never think who said the same thing as you. I can't even believe that I have to do this. But 2020 was a soul-crushing, heartbreaking, horrible year, especially if you're a really empathetic person. I was watching the numbers, seeing all the stories about everybody losing everyone. And then I was worried about my mom and dad because they're in their late 80s / my dad's 91 now. So I'm like, oh my God, my parents are going to die. It was just horrible. I knew people who lost a lot of people in 2020. It was awful. So on top of me, with being feeling terrible, I would go to the gym or I would work out, but the gyms were closed. And I don't do well with working out at home because I have 6 dogs. They don't like it when I work out at home. They aren't very patient about that. And plus, for my mental health, again, I need to get out of my house and go to a gym. And that's just for my own mental health. I do better when I'm out of my house and go to a gym. So I went on the antidepressants, and I am happy to say that it really helped. I'm so glad I went on them in November because I lost my mom in February. And when we lost my mom, I wrote to my doctor. I emailed her a letter and I said, I want to personally thank you again so much for telling me, making me feel like it's okay to go on these and admit that I need some help with this, because I don't think I could have coped with losing my mom had I not been on those antidepressants. Like 100% hand on my heart, I don't think I could have dealt with it. It was hard, it was horrible, it still is, but to think about what it would have been like to deal with her loss had I not been on them, had I been in the mental place I was before I went on them, I probably would have been hospitalized. It would have been bad. And my family didn't need that. My husband didn't need that. And it would have been just me not having the coping mechanisms and everything. So, cut to, now things have been better this year. I've had a bunch of health challenges, but as my appointments go on, we're finding everything's clear, everything's good. And part of that is I've been cleaning up my diet slowly. And a couple of people said, if you look at like my arms and my face especially, yes, I have lost weight. I have lost 17 pounds. Go me. The reason I lost 17 pounds is I started cutting out more sugar, I am not drinking as much of this garbage as I was. I've really cut down on it, cut a lot of sugar out of my diet. I've been eating a lot healthier. I've been a lot more active, so that's all good. And so, yeah, and just I lost 17 pounds, which was amazing. The first antidepressant I was on had the side effect of weight gain. I was on, citalopram is the generic, I think. And now I am on Effexor, which gives you energy and weight loss. A lot of energy, which is why I can do Vlogmas now. I have a lot of energy, and it manages your appetite. I literally have like no appetite when I take Effexor. So one of the side effects of Effexor is actually anorexia, believe it or not, the dreaded A word. Because with Effexor, you have to make sure you eat, because for a lot of people, you just have absolutely no appetite, and that's what happens with me on Effexor. So one day I realized all I ate all day was 2 bananas. The other day, actually Tuesday, I ate 2 bananas. I'm like, did I eat today? I'm like, I'm not hungry. I don't want anything. And I forced myself to eat a ramen noodle bowl with, and protein in it. And I have protein bars, I have protein shakes. But the good thing is now I'm not craving any of the bad stuff. So I am making my diet filled with good stuff and healthy choices. So yeah, even my shoulders and everything, I look smaller. But I had somebody comment, they said, did you lose weight? And I said, yes, I have lost 17 pounds, which is good. So I put my name in, back in October, I put my name in the lottery for the 2022 New York City Half Marathon. And I thought, well, I've already lost some weight. I really want to get back to where I was before. And running makes me so happy. A lot of people don't get it. You're either a runner or you're not. I was never one of those runners who got that. I was like, how do people say this makes them happy? This sucks. It sucks. You're like sweaty and you can't breathe. And I'm like, But yeah, there's something about it though, when you really get into it, you shut your mind off and you just get in this place. I always say running makes me feel like I'm a little kid again. It makes me like, there's nothing in the world but me and running. Like when I was a little kid and I just run. Okay, who saw the Phoebe running episode of Friends? The Phoebe and Rachel running in the park, and Phoebe runs all crazy. And she's like, who cares if people see you? You just keep going and you're gone. Like that's me just running. I'm just like in my own little world. I did one race. I did an ultra marathon. It was actually my very first 50K, which was 31 miles. I did a 50K. I did it in just under 10 hours. And yes, I ran for 10 hours. Yep, a 50K. And it was a trail marathon, so it was all hills, and I had to climb a rock wall every time. It was a loop. Oh my God. It was awesome. Every time I made another loop, I was smiling. And the race director said, "You're not going to be smiling on the last one." I said, "Oh, yes, I will." And I was. I was like a little kid out there just having fun. And the thing is, when I run, I'm not competitive. I'm not trying to come in first. I don't care if I've come in last in races. I don't care. It's just, I'm out there and I'm doing it, and that's what matters. So I don't care how fast or slow I am. It's like whatever. I dealt with that a long time ago. I used to not like it. Yeah, running, concentrate. Yep, your body, your mind. It is therapy. You process. Oh, yeah, I had trained. It sucked because I had trained for the New York City Half Marathon for months leading up to when it got canceled in 2020. And it was just like, it was, like I said, soul crushing is the only thing I could say, devastating, because I was so happy and I was so excited. And I had done it, in 2019. I'm like, I'm going back, I'm going to do it again. And I wanted to beat my time. That was a big thing. I'm like, ooh, I want to beat my time. I want to do better this time. I know what I'm doing. I know I could do better. Plus, the first time I was like totally sightseeing. I was taking pictures everywhere, and there were firefighters on the bridge. I was hugging them all and everything. It was like good times. It was like a big party, and it's so fun. The New York City half is. Are you okay over there? Eliza drank water. Now she's like, are you okay? Are you all right? Okay. But yeah, so doing this, I've been saying all year, I want to start running again. But Rusty's been sick, as you probably all know. You're sick of hearing about it. No, I know you're not. But, she's up now and looking at me too. Really? Do we have to hit a paper? Do we have to go potty? Do we have to get a drink? Are you okay over there? Ooh, the baby's up. Uh-oh. But I've been with her all year, so I haven't been able to go to the gym. I haven't been able to go out and run, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to find a way to train. I'm going to find a way to do this, because I'm finding a way to do Vlogmas every day, and even with everything else I have to do, and I'm going to find a way to train for this. So I am doing basically a 12-week, well, it's about a 14-week half marathon training program. Here's the exciting part. If you're wondering, what's exciting about this for my channel? Well, now you have a makeup and skincare person and hair color person and a person who likes to be in their kitchen cooking and food and everything. I am going to be bringing a little bit of my training and my running into my videos in this way. I always wanted to do, oh yeah, we could check in on it. Ash, we have to do this. Okay, this is another, Ash is in the chat. You guys, we're going to be doing a couple of collabs coming up. We have a collab coming out on December 16th. Put it on your calendar. Me and Ash, December 16th. It's going to be really funny. And then we have a collab coming January 2nd. I'm giving them, I tell my live people sneak peek stuff, Ash, by the way. We should do, one of the things I've always wanted to do was going to the gym and wear testing my makeup. And going to the gym and, seeing how my skin's holding up and what is working on my skin. And I'm going to be sweaty. I hope I don't break out. I usually don't break out. Usually the sweat seems to really keep my skin clear and glowing. So if my skin starts looking better, it's already looking better. But I think it's going to look really good once I start training, which is tomorrow. So I'm going to start training tomorrow. That should be fun. I am going to pull up a picture to show you. Sorry, it's just on my phone, but it is what it is when you're doing a live. Let me find it. Restored. This is a picture of me in the rain, laughing. My husband said this is one of his favorite pictures of me. That was me after my second 50K. It is pouring rain. I was drenched. I'm wearing a water bottle. I have to wear a water vest. Look at those skinny legs. Look at what good shape I was in. I was in such good shape. But my husband said this is the face he likes to see. That is pure joy. That And this was after 31 miles. And I was in pain the whole time, by the way. I had a very, very hurt tendon in in my left leg. My tendon was really messed up. Here's another one of me. Look, I'm actually like cruising in this one. That was a 5K that I did. That was a 5K trail race. Okay, here. Wait, look. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I've never showed you guys pictures of my mom and dad. My mom and dad, by the way, were married for 67 years, something like that. There they are. There's mom and dad. Aren't they the cutest? And yes, I know I look just like my dad. Look at the profile. I am definitely my dad's daughter. So there's mom and dad. So, yeah, the big news is I'm doing the... Oh my God, should I show you guys this picture? This is NSFW. This is, not kidding, I think I was 48 here, or 49. Look at that waist. Look at the six-pack. Girl, hottie hot and sin, and I never say that about myself. I had a total six-pack. This is when I was running like a good 30, 40 miles a week. Oh my God. I was training so hard. Yes, that's me. You can tell I'm in my kitchen with the six-pack. Hello. From running and going to the gym, and I did a lot of HIIT workouts. So yeah, I was oh my God. Good night. Yeah, smiling after 31 miles. When I finish a race, I usually am like crying and smiling. It's just, and it's the finishing that matters to me. It's not how long it takes me to finish. It doesn't matter, like I said, if I finish last, just to know I can do it and I finished it. Because there's people who are here's the thing is people have the ability to do this and they just don't because they're like, meh, I'm lazy. And it's like, I have so many friends with chronic pain and diseases and things that I feel guilty not doing things when I have a body that can do things. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, Rusty's whining. 1 second. No! No! Oh no! It's little, come see everybody. Do you want to come say hi? She wants to say hi. She's all legs. Legs! Legs everywhere. Say hi, everybody. Oh, there she is. Can you believe she's 18? How precious is my baby? Mommy's gonna run a race. I'm gonna run a race. Yeah. I'm gonna do it for you and your grandma, who's not here anymore. So when I run races, I always dedicate a race to someone. I have a friend who has Ehlers-Danlos, and I dedicated a race to her. My friend Sue has had kidney disease her whole life. She was born with it. And she just had her 5-year kidneyversary today. She's had her replacement transplant kidney for 5 years today. She's still with us. And I dedicated a race to her. So I dedicate races to friends and family, and I dedicate races to my brother. So the New York City, the big thing is the 2022 New York City Half. What's going to keep me going? You have to have something to keep you going. That's outside yourself. That's bigger than yourself. That's what I say. When you want to do these races and you want to do these things, if you have something bigger than yourself, do you want some water or a potty? I'm going to put her down. Here you go. Don't fall. Are you okay? Get your legs. Get your legs. I'm like, don't fall. Oh, she's going to the water bowl. She is wobbly. She's still standing. Okay, she's getting a drink. I just have to make sure she doesn't toddle over. Her legs are very stiff. But when you're doing an ultra marathon, it's easy to get in your head and say at mile 22, oh my God, I have to go, another however many 10 miles or whatever. Or you do whatever race it is, even if you're doing a 5K and you've done 1 mile and you're like, I have 2 more to go, you dedicate a mile to someone. You can always go, every mile you dedicate to somebody. That's a way to keep going, and you think of that person and it keeps you going. So I did that. I did the Runner's World half marathon down in Bethlehem here in Pennsylvania, and that one is really hard because it's very hilly. It is brutal. It is a brutal race. And when I was going up the hills, I would think of my friends who have chronic pain issues and diseases and different things that they've lived with their whole lives. And I don't know how they do it. They wake up, and some of you out there wake up in pain every day, and you just keep going and keep going. So these are the people I think of, are people like you. When I'm running, I'm like, just, sending all my like love and energy to that person and saying, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this because I appreciate like your struggle. And it sounds so, I don't know, it sounds so kind of silly and weird when I say it out loud, but in my head when I'm running and I'm thinking of my friends who just struggle a lot. Oh, you're welcome, Jen. Yeah, it's like, I just want them to know, like, people aren't, not everybody in the world thinks you're a problem or a hassle, or that you're lazy or there's something wrong with you, or that, oh, if you only did this, you could be better and you could be fine. No, that's not always the case. I mean, if she's still toddling down the hallway. A burden, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, or a burden. My mom used to always say she was a burden because, well, she ended up having really severe dementia and Alzheimer's. And she had seizures, and she always told my dad and everyone she never wanted to be a burden. And she's like, I feel like I'm a burden to your dad, and and it's like, nobody should ever feel like they're a burden. It's ridiculous. And so this, even though my mom's not here anymore, when I do this New York City half marathon, yeah, don't tell your family you're a burden. Don't say, actually, that's really, and that's a thing too, is like, it's that negative self-talk thing. And are you okay, Rusty? Do you want to lay back down? Wait, what time is it? I have to give her a medication. Oh my God. Yeah, when you tell yourself you're a burden, it's like this negative self-talk too. And I know because I've done the same thing. I've done that with my husband even. I'm like, oh my God, why do you love me so much? What's wrong with you? I'm like a hot mess. And I think he's just crazy. I'm like, what do you see in me? Why? I don't know. But then you realize, like, you are worthy of something. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of affection. There's that meme, that big long thing that's like, oh, hold on, let me help Rusty lay down. Hold on, you need to go back in the bed. Do you want to move to this bed? Go back in this bed. Let's lay you back in the bed. How about like that? Okay? All right, there we go. Okay, I had to tuck the baby back in. I wonder if I can find that. I probably can't. See, I hate when I do this, like, poem. Talk amongst yourself. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but it's really long. I'm not going to be able to like remember it by heart, but I saw it and I saved it somewhere, and I don't know where I saved it. Oh, I shouldn't have put. Ooh. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I won't be able to find it right now. If I can find it, I will put it in I'll try to quote it or whatever in the description. But it was basically this like poemy kind of thing, and it said, anytime that you think that you don't matter to anybody, there's somebody laughing at a story you once told them, and there's someone drinking out of a mug that reminds them of you, and there's someone looking at a picture and thinking of you, and it's like this whole little story, and it's like, aw. And the thing is, when you feel crappy, you need to take yourself out of your own head. And that's one of the things I learned, is like, I have to take myself out of my own head. So that's what I do when I run. And like Ash said, it takes me out of myself. Your head, your brain can almost be like this prison, and a torture area, a prison where you're torturing yourself. And if you can take yourself out of it and go right here, and I will tell you, I'm going to get going in a minute because I have to give Rusty her meds, but I'm going to close this out by telling you a story that one of my favorite yoga teachers, Tracy, was it Tracy? Yeah, Tracy told us in a yin class. Okay. I will not be able to tell this as good as Tracy. This is credit to Tracy for this story. It's awesome. But she said once, we were talking about negative self-talk and how you're like, and you just, throughout the day, you just start noticing, you're like, why did you do that? That was stupid. How come you forgot to do this? Oh, I put this over here. I put this somewhere. Why didn't I put this where I should have? I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. Why did I do that? I can't believe I forgot this. And you nitpick at yourself all day long. And it's natural. We all do that. But she told this example of, she said, imagine that the voice in your head, the negative self voice in your head, the one saying, oh, I'm a burden, or I'm a bother, or, I'm a pain in the butt, or I annoy my husband, or how does my husband put up with me? She said, take that voice and give it a body, and then sit on the couch next to it. So let's sit on the couch, and we're going to take the negative voice in our head and we're going to put it in a body sitting next to us. And we're going to try to watch a movie together. And the movie starts, and the voice in our head says, we probably should have eaten something. What were we thinking? Maybe we should make some popcorn. No, you suck at doing that. Don't do that. And this voice is next to you saying all this stuff, and you're hearing it, right? And you're like, shut up, I'm trying to watch the movie. But the point is, take that voice and put it in a person and think how annoyed you would be at that person if they were chatting at you and picking at you all day like that. If that voice all day was following you around, like take the voice in your head and put it in a body that's following you around like a shadow all day. So say I'm walking through my kitchen and I forgot something, and the voice behind me is going, what are you, stupid? What's the matter with you? Why'd you leave that there? Why can't you remember where your keys are? Are you dumb or something? And if that was a person behind me, I would turn around and smack them. But for some reason in our own heads, we're like, oh, that's just the way I talk to myself. So it's just a way to be like really cognizant of that voice. So when you really start talking mean to yourself, put that voice in another body and say, shut up, shut up, stop it. And it just kind of takes you out of yourself and goes, what am I doing? Because it's so easy to do that. And I know during my training, I'm going to have my highs and my lows. I know I'm going to have lows where I'm like, I shouldn't let myself get fat. Why did I eat all that food? What was I thinking? Why couldn't I get over this depression by myself? Why did I have to eat myself back into this shape that I'm in? Blah, blah, blah. And I know I'm going to go through that. But the thing is, I know it's coming, but I also know how to deal with it now. So the thing is, like, you have to learn the lessons as you do these things too. So even though I know I'm going to have many hills, you're always going to have hills and challenges. The thing is, like, every time, if you just learn to deal with them a little bit better, it just gets you, closer to where you want to be. And Jen, I will dedicate my last quote. It's a quote that I use as a mantra, and it's kind of one of my mantras that I started a long time ago when I was training and running. And I used to put pictures of myself. I would save a picture of myself, and I'd be at the finish line. I'd be smiling and happy, but then underneath I would put, there are no finish lines. So the thought is that, I'll train for this race, and I'll go to this race, and I'll run this race, and I'll cross the finish line, but it's not really the finish line because I'll keep going from there. like on other levels. My mental state will be better. Physically, I'll feel better. If I limp across there with an injury, I'll still be limping across with it. I mean, I'm knock on wood. I've never had a really bad, I had one injury running a night trail race that was really stupid. Beer was involved. It's not a good idea. I was a little full of myself at the time. But yeah, you can't, there are no finish lines means that you need to have a goal. The finish line is a goal, but it's not the end. It's just a mile marker. It's a signpost. And you get there and then you keep going. And then you get to the next one and you keep going. You get to the next one and you keep going. And the thing is not the finish line. The thing is knowing that you made it to that and you can keep going to the next one. And even if you have to crawl there, I have a bracelet that I had made when I first started running, and it's a mantra bracelet, and it says, walk, run, crawl, just get there. So, and I have that on a bracelet, and it doesn't matter how fast or slow I get there, I'll get there. And that's with everything. And I got that because it's my mental health, it's my physical health, it's recovery from like depression, from grief, from everybody I lost. It's a lot of stuff. So yeah, so I am actually really excited to kind of roll this into my content. Believe me, I'm not going to have like running content. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to see me running on camera. My husband, I'm sure will I'll live stream some of the race on my Instagram and stuff if I can. But and there's actually an app where you can track the runners at the race. Like you can track us and you'll see a little dot of me going, like starting in Brooklyn and going all the way to like Manhattan and everything. It's pretty cool. My friend Jeremy actually texted me and he said, I'm watching you right now. And he texted me a picture of the little red dot coming over the Manhattan Bridge. And it made me so happy. I was like, oh, I have friends out there watching me. Like I'm a little red dot, but they're watching me run. So let's see. Jen says, let me go see. Yeah, and it's a journey. I mean, my journey with all of this, I'm going on 5 years. Actually longer than that, a lot longer than that. But this has been 5 years since I started running in 2016. And I've had ups and downs. I ran all these races. I thought I was like there. I'm there. And then I backslid and I gained my weight back and I got depressed again. And it's like I climbed the mountain, I got to the top, and then I slid right back down. The Sisyphus story of the guy pushing the boulder up the mountain, then it rolls back on him and he's at the bottom again. He has to roll it back up. I was totally Sisyphus. It's like 2016 to 2020, I was at the top of the mountain. Then 2020, I was at the top of the mountain and I just went, ugh, and I let the boulder just roll over me and push me down to the bottom. And now I'm going to have to crawl back up again. But the thing is, I know I can do it because I've already done it. And I have the tools and I have the support and I have all the mechanisms and tools that I need to be able to do it. So I'm really excited because I know I can do it because I've done it already. And I know I can do it better and faster and more efficiently this time. Because the first time it took me years to figure out, trial and error. Now I know what works for me food-wise. I know what works for me training-wise. I know what doesn't. I know exactly what I have to do to succeed. So that's all I have to do. The big thing is don't do anything stupid and don't get injured. That's my main thing. And don't overtrain, which is always tricky. That's hard for me because I'm I'm a goat. I'm a Capricorn. I'm like butting my head into things going, I have to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. But I'm going to stick to like a really good, having the ability to walk again one day. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like when you take this is the thing I learned too. Me running a half marathon and Jen walking across a room is exactly equal. It's exactly equal. It's the same exact accomplishment. And a lot of people don't get that, but for me, it's a half marathon. For somebody else, it might be, I just want to be able to get off of a couch and walk across a room or walk to my kitchen. And that's their half marathon. And that's why you shouldn't compare yourself, because, and I did that. I was like, how can these people run super fast and do all this stuff and da da da, and I can't. And I would beat myself up over it. And then I realized my journey is not their journey. I am not them. They have not been through what I've been through. I've not been through what they've been through. You can never compare yourself and what the path you're on to somebody else. So don't do that. And with that, I really have to go because I have to give my girl her meds. She's a little bit overdue now, and luckily she's sleeping, but I want to keep her comfortable. They're, aw, don't cry. As long as it's good. No, I mean, I've learned a lot in this whole journey that I've been on. Like I said, I've had some, when I came home from the doctor, I remember I called my friend Jeremy and I said, well, my doctor put me on antidepressants. And he said, well, thank God you're clinically depressed. You've been clinically depressed. Jamie and I have seen that all year, and you wouldn't because you're stubborn and you're like, I can fix it. And I'll work this out somehow. And he's like, no. And then my husband came home from work that night and I looked at him and I said, well, I'm going on antidepressants. And he hugged me and he said, thank God. So that was a relief, because I felt like telling him that I had to go on antidepressants, I felt like it made me weak, or if it made me seem like weak to him, or like I couldn't handle it or something. I don't know. Which is stupid. Don't do that. Do not do that. If you need help, get help. Depression runs in my family. I mean, it does. Seriously, my brother had it. My mom had it. I think everybody in my family has it to a degree. We all have it to some degree. It's something in my family. And some of us, we all cope with it in different ways. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I didn't want to, they always say admitting you have a problem is the biggest step. And for me, I'm a tough chick. I am a tough ass bitch. I don't like to admit that anything is wrong with me. I do not like to think there is anything. If there's something that, like, I won't be beat. I won't be denied anything that I want to do. One of my friends in high school said, I don't know how you do it. You want to do something and you do it. You say you want something, you get it. You say you want to do something, you do it. I've always been like that. So when I couldn't cure my own depression, I just felt so defeated. It made me even more depressed. It was horrible. I was like, what's wrong with me? I suck. I can't fix this. And luckily I have a really great female doctor who made me feel okay. And she made me feel very supported. And she's like, look, just try it. If you don't like it, if it makes you feel weird, we could try something else. You could wean off of them. But she's like, please just try it. And I was like, I swear, after just a few days, it was like someone flipped the switch and it was totally different. And the thing is, I can still cry. I still get sad. I cry. I miss my mom. I have dreams about her. I miss my brother. I have breakdowns, but I have healthy breakdowns. I'll talk to my husband and tell him how I'm feeling, and I'll just cry on him for 10 minutes. And I'll be like, thank you so much. I needed to get that out. So I'm doing it in a really healthy way, because before I was just a hot mess and I would curl up in a ball in my room, and then I would come out and act like I was fine around my husband. He had no idea how sad or how depressed or how anything I was. He knew something was wrong, but I don't think he really knew. And now I can actually vocalize and express to him when I'm going through something. So, oh my God, I took Boost Bar for years and years. I didn't like it. It didn't really seem to do anything. Effexor was recommended by my friend who's a doctor in Detroit, Dr. Jamie, my best friend, BFF forever, my brother from another mother. When they put me on citalopram, he goes, well, I would have put you on Effexor, but that's just me. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I would have asked her. And he's like, well, citalopram causes a lot of weight gain, makes you kind of tired. Effexor causes weight loss, controls your appetite, gives you a lot of energy. And I'm like, so I was on citalopram a year that I felt better, but I was like, I gained a lot of weight. I gained all my weight back that I had lost. I had lost 50, 60 pounds, and then I gained it back. Rusty's getting whiny. Uh, I when I was running and training and losing all my weight, I used to share a lot of pictures. I shared all these pictures on there. If you go back, you have to go way back in my Instagram to like 2017 and stuff. But oh, there they are. Um, hmm. Okay, so I'm trying to find this one picture. Hold on. That one. Okay, so I did before and afters. Again, this is on my phone, so it's a little hard to, let me hold it up right here. So the top pictures are before. This is when I was like really big on the top. And I was like well over 200 pounds. These ones on the bottom, this is me at this is me on a training run in the pink. In the middle is that 50K race. And then in the black, I'm at the gym. That was when I was like mega skinny. Oh my God, look at that little skinny rail right there. That was after I'd done a lot of races. That was the skinniest I was. I was about 145-ish and solid muscle, by the way, as opposed to, here's me in my kayak at about 212 pounds, 200 something, 209. And this one, oh my God, I was like really big there. I was really big. That was well over 200. But then there's me on a trail run. That was a training run. And then there's another one of me with Trudy when I was really big. So these are on my Instagram, though. I used to post these for inspiration for people. And I said, I did this on my own. I just started running. I just got on the treadmill. I went really slow, and yeah, I got there. It took a long time, but I got there. And the thing is, now I ended up getting to almost 212 again, but not in such a bad way. It's weird. I gained the weight back, but I didn't gain it back in the same way I had it because I had gotten in such good shape. I gained weight back, but I'm losing it really fast again. What 12-week? Usually I do like the Runner's World ones. I think I have to look at them. Oh my God, Jen. For me, keep in mind, I'm short. I don't know if you guys know this. I've never talked about my height. I'm only 5'4". I'm 5'4". So for me to be 212 pounds, like size 16, 18 is a lot. That's really unhealthy to be 5'4" and be like 212, I don't look like it. I hide it really well. Even Raven, my friend Raven said, you wear it really well. I would never guess you were that heavy. But in all my videos from earlier this year, I was like over 200 pounds. I just hide it really well. But now I'm down to like 195-ish right now. If I can get down to between 140 and 160 is a good running weight for me. 140 is like my lowest I really want to be because I'm very muscular. I lift a lot of weights and I bodybuild a lot, so I'm super muscular. But yeah, Ash, I have a bunch of different ones. I'm going to look at them and see which one I want to do. I usually do the Runner's World half training program because that one's really good. And I also have a Bart Yasso book. I met him it was so cool. Oh my God, I got pictures with him. Bart Yasso is a really famous runner. He was the editor of Runner's World magazine like forever. And I got his autograph on his book he wrote, and I met him, and he was at the finish line when I did the Runner's World half marathon. I got a picture of him at the finish line hugging me. It was so cool. Geeking out runner stuff. Anyway, nobody here knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, he's a really, really cool guy. And he wrote a great book on how to run every race. And he had all these different races, and they're each a chapter, and he tells how to train for them. And he does have the New York City Marathon in there, and I think he has the New York City half. So I'm going to look at maybe tomorrow, I'm going to look at 3 or 4 different training programs, decide which one I want to do. But I'm leaning towards Runner's World half. I think it depends on, I need to look at how many days I want to train. Oh, and by the way, Ash, hit me up on Instagram. I have tons of running books. If you ever want to borrow them, I can mail them to you. I've read all of them. If there's any you want to read that I have, I can send you like a picture of all of them. And if you even want them, I give a lot of my running books away. Okay, well, you can't have that one anyway because Bart Yasso signed it to me. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of running and training books, so we can chat about that on our Instagram. But Ash, I think what we should do, and let me know everybody else watching, I think Ash and I should do a collab where we wear test makeup when we train. So we can do our makeup, we can do a training run or go to the gym and then come back and go, how did this makeup hold up? I always wanted to do that because I thought people do like wear tests and they're like, I'm going to work all day. I'm going out tonight. I'm doing a wear test. I'm like, yeah, go to the gym and run 5 miles on the treadmill in a full face of makeup and see what you look like. I want to know. And I mean, I can take my camera to the gym and record myself on the treadmill soaking wet and see if this makeup holds up. I have all this waterproof makeup I want to test. And this will probably be my first race, this New York City half. I will run in a full glam. I want to run that marathon in full glam. Like, I don't think I'm going to wear a wig, but I'll have a cool hair color. I'm already trying to decide the hair color. And I'm going to do full glam. I don't know if I can do the lashes. I might have to draw the line at the lashes. But, oh yeah, I am going to go full. The gym people know me. I've been going there for years since they opened. So they know that I have a YouTube. They know I do crazy stuff. They see me on Instagram and everything. But yeah, I'm going to go full glam to the gym, and I don't care who laughs at me or whatever. I don't care. Do you think I care what they think? Phoebe, run like a crazy person. They see you for a minute and you're gone. They see you in your glam for a minute. No, I'm going to go full glam to the gym and just see what happens. I think it'd be freaking hilarious. So I have all this wear test makeup to do anyway. So we'll do all my waterproof foundations. We could do my waterproof eyeliners. I know the eyeshadows are not going to hold up well because my eyes, I just sweat and it's... Hello. Hi, we're just coming to the end for anybody jumping in, but this will be up so everybody can watch it and watch everything. I just really wanted to share like why this is such a big deal to me, getting in this half marathon again and going back to it. It's kind of like my redemption arc. I'm doing my own little redemption arc thing. It's like I plummeted into a horrible depression in 2020 and dug my way out, and now I'm climbing the hill again, back to getting back in shape, getting my health back on track. And I think it's going to be really fun and really funny. Wear testing makeup at the gym, wear testing makeup out on runs. I go running in town, I go running trails around here, and it's going to be winter. I'm going to be running in the winter, ice and snow hit me in the face. And I'm also going to be fighting chapped lips. My skin will be, my lips are already a little chapped. I'm going to be fighting a lot of chapped skin, chapped lips. So my skincare game will be way turned up. So I can really give, and my hands will be really dry and my feet will be a mess from running. So I will give you all of my tips on what works on super chapped skin, super chapped cheeks, super chapped lips. I will test all of my lip balms. We'll see what works and what doesn't. So I'm actually excited about this race, not just to be back into running again and get back to races, but also to roll that into all the makeup stuff because, it's there. Let's face it, it gets boring when you're a creator just doing your makeup and sitting at home. And that's what I did through all of this year and through end of 2020. Like do my makeup and not go anywhere and then rinse it off. It's going to be fun to do my makeup and actually go out on a run or get on the treadmill. I do have an elliptical in my house, a really nice elliptical trainer, and I have weights. So I will be on my elliptical at some points, and I can have my ring light and my camera, and I can record some of it and see if my makeup is melting off. So we'll try that too. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So if I do the wear test, it'll probably be a once a week kind of thing. Maybe I'll pick a day to do a wear test. I'm not going to do it every time I go to the gym. Ash, every time I go to the gym, I'm not doing full glam. But I will endeavor to do at least one day a week where I go to the gym in full glam and wear test something at the gym. And we will see what's really good. And then I can shower after, come out and say, did it come off? So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. My baby is just whining over there. I got to give her meds. Can you hear the little? Oh, honey. Okay, mommy's coming. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. I hope you're ready to go on this crazy, insane roller coaster ride with me in this journey. Jen, don't think of yourself as a burden. That's bad. Don't do that. Stop doing that. You're never a burden to anybody, really. Think of yourself as a gift, not a burden. You're a gift. Especially, you're really a gift if you're an inspiration. So, I think instead of thinking you're a burden, think, how can I be an inspiration? So you just have to change your thinking around. There's a lot of things you can do to like change your thinking and take negative thoughts and turn them into, how can I turn this into something positive? And believe me, you can't always do it. Life is not always that simple. Sometimes I just cry and say, this sucks. That's okay. You're allowed to. So you're a gift of trouble. Ash, you are a gift of trouble, and so am I. That's why we're friends. Oh my God. If Ash and I lived close by, we would be like, it'd be dangerous. We'd go to the gym, they'd be like, oh shit, here they come. Like, oh hell, those crazy people are here. I'm looking forward to wearing all my like goth clothes to the gym and a full face of makeup. Just freaking everybody out. It's gonna be a blast. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much. I am so excited about this race. I think I am going to do a little video where I will do a montage of all my, if you want to see it, let me know, but all what I looked like before and all my weight loss journey and a little bit about it and how I did it. And I did it without a trainer. I did it by myself. I did it without a nutritionist, and I lost over 50 pounds. It took me a couple of years, but I did it and I kept it off until March of 2020. But that's okay, because it's okay if you gain it back. That's the thing, is you can't beat yourself up about it. And yeah, you just can't beat yourself up about it. You just, like they say, you fall off what is that? Oh God, I can't remember any of my like little sayings anymore. I used to have all the good sayings when I was a yoga teacher. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's the lesson. I don't care how many times you fall down, as long as you keep getting up. So that's your Petty University lesson for the evening. Oh, my shirt, in case you're wondering, says, ask me about my chickens. But don't ask me about my chickens, because I have to go. Oh my God, I have to bring them in off the deck. They're in their little cage on the deck. It's time for my house chickens to come in too. It snowed here. It's really pretty. So I will see you guys later. Thanks again. Love you. Ash, talk to me on Instagram. Love you. Love all of you. Jen, everybody who is here. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Talk good to yourself. Look in the mirror and say something nice to yourself every day. Even if you look in the mirror and go, you are just a hot mess, but at least you're entertaining. At least, you know what I always say? At least I'm not boring. That's a good thing. I'm not boring. You might say 10 negative things about yourself. At least try to say 1 good thing a day. So yeah. And if you don't, I'm going to say it for you. You are all worthy of love. You are not burdens. You are not bad people. You are, what is that, the Harry Potter saying? You're not bad people. You're good people that bad things have happened to. That is not your fault. Just remember that. And I love you all. I will see you the next time.